Senator from Oklahoma.
Yeah, Madam President, I have from other sources heard about this Shannon he's referring to, and she is, in fact, an American hero. And everything you said about her is very true. However, everything you said about our president is not very true. And so it's kind of hard sometimes. Here we are, probably the best economy that we've had in my lifetime.
My colleague yield before I leave.
Oh,
I agree with the first half of his sentence.
All right. I thank the senator. No, I just want to come. Every time I hear things about this president, you have to keep in mind, we've got the best economy that we've had. I mean, it's full employment, it's 4%, and we're, or full unemployment, 4%. We're better than we have ever been. We went through 8 years of the Obama administration taking down our military to the point where we allowed Russia and China to get ahead of us in many areas like hypersonics. And now we're going into this thing with the defense authorization bill. But it's this president that is changing, trying to overcome the problems. I don't criticize President Obama because he was really feeling where his priorities should be, and they have not been to defend America. He set up this thing that is a system that says for every dollar that you put into the military, you got to put a dollar into the non-military, and that's just not what we're supposed to be doing in this country. So we're going to get to the point now where the American people are going to be very proud that we're going to have systems, we're going to have weaponry, that we're going to be back where we used to be, and we have been since World War II, having the best equipment, treat our people the best, and our best troops. We already have the best troops in the field. We need to do for them what they're doing for us. And that's what this bill is all about. And that's, again, this president has been very supportive in rebuilding the military. And look at the court system. Right now we have great new jurists. We have, I think we're up to over 40 appellant judges now have been confirmed. So good things are happening. This president is accountable for these good things. And I can assure you that the American people know better than some of the stuff they hear about President Trump. It's just not true. I want to get on record here because we have some votes coming up having to do with the joint resolution of disapproval regarding arms sales to Bahrain and Qatar. Now, these two Arabian Peninsula states are important American partners in countering Iran and combating ISIS and other terrorist groups. We depend on them. They're our friends. The Bahrain actually hosts about 7,000 U.S. personnel, and that would be in the U.S. Fifth Fleet. Qatar hosts about 10,000 U.S. personnel, as well as the Combined Air Operations Center at the Aoudid Air Base. Though these arms sales, through these arms sales, we can improve cooperation, enhance interoperability, and help our partners defend themselves and the American troops in the region. They are defending themselves. They are defending our American troops who are over there right now. And I really get concerned when things like this come up, because what does the rest of the world say when we treat our allies this way and we renege on a commitment that we made? Now, through these arms sales, we can improve the cooperation and we can improve our relationships in that whole part of the world. But more importantly, if we renege on these arms sales, we will undermine the National Defense Strategy. The National Defense Strategy is a book. I should have brought it down to hold it up. I normally do it when we talk about it. It's something where Democrats and Republicans agreed to get America back on top. This is what we need to do. And part of this and the recommendations of the National Defense Strategy, made up of top Democrat and Republican leaders in the field of defending America, all in agreement that we can't renege on the commitments that we've made on these arms sales. I recall that the top NDS priority is competing with Russia and China. You know, that's one of the things that happened during the last administration. All of a sudden, we find we have peer competitors. We have China and Russia doing things right now where they actually are exhibiting better equipment and better resources than we are. And so we have to stand by our partners and make no mistake about it. If something happens and they can't rely on us for their defensive needs, they're going to go someplace else. Where will they go? They go to Russia, they go to China, and I can assure you the main thing that people overlook is they're going to get the arms from someplace. They'll either get them from us or they'll get them from Russia and China. And I have to ask my colleagues who support this resolution, do you expect Russia and China to ensure the freedom of navigation in the Middle East against the Iranian threats? Will Russia and China lead a coalition that to defeat ISIS? No, you know better than that. Will Russia and China deter Iran from attacking our partners and troops in this region? Now, I understand, and my colleagues have concerns about Saudi Arabia's terrible human rights record. I agree. I'm offended by that. This is a different issue altogether. This is an issue as to whether or not we're going to keep our commitment to our allies in that very sensitive region where we need more allies, or are we going to renege on our commitments to them? And keeping in mind, they're going to get them anyway. So I know that some of my colleagues disagree that the administration's recent emergency declaration regarding the arms sales to Saudi Arabia, but the leadership has assured me that we will have a vote on Saudi Arabia. So I urge my colleagues to raise their concerns about this at that time. That's the appropriate time to bring this up. So more to the point, I urge them not to punish Bahrain and Qatar inappropriately and not to undermine U.S. national security interests in that region. Bottom line, we just have to, everyone understands that Bahrain and Qatar are going to get arms anyway. They're going to get them either from us or from those who are our adversaries. And that's why this thing is so important. So I urge strongly that we defeat these efforts that are out there right now to try to stop the arms sales that are taking place now. With that, I yield the floor.